Not everybody at one time. Go ahead. Okay, I'm going to read it. What form of government is guaranteed by the Constitution of the United States of America, and where in the Constitution is it found?
I want to say it's a republic in the third article.
Third?
Okay, I missed the second part.
I got Article 4, Section 4.
Article 4, Section 4. A republican form of government. Anybody know what a republican form of government is?
The people, not the people.
No, that's democracy.
For the people.
Come on, give me some more questions. Some more answers. The difference between a republican form and a democratic form. Democratic means mob rule. It means that if all y'all get together collectively and tell me I ain't got no rights, I ain't got no rights. But under the Republican form of government, I don't care if it's 500,000 of y'all collectively deciding I don't have my rights. Under the Republican form, my rights are my rights. It does not matter if everybody votes against me. Your vote has no more authority and power over me. It is exactly. It's unalienable. My rights are unalienable, and it does not matter if all you guys do not vote against me. My right is still my right, and your vote cannot change that. Whether it's 500 or 500,000. The Republican form of government means your individual rights come first. You do not get sacrificed because the group says, well, this is the way it should be. The Republican form of government sustains, upholds, and secures your individual rights. Because under the democracy, y'all know they just passed a bill, a few months back, called eminent domain.
Yes, right.
Eminent domain could not exist under a Republican form of government. It does not matter what government feels is best for the public. What is best for the public is the individual rights of the public. Not the rights of the group, but the individual. And you must understand that whenever the individual rights starts to be taken away, if the individual ain't got no rights, then how in the hell can the group have any? The group is made up of individuals. Don't buy into that it's best for the group thing. As they have been telling us, this is what a democracy is about. Democracy means mob rule. And that simply means a bunch of drunken, ignorant, broken down clowns get together and take what's yours. Because they mad, they angry, they jealous, because you got more than them. So because it's more of them, they can get together and take what you got, what you don't work to build. Simply because yours look better than theirs. That's what a democracy means. That's all it means. It doesn't mean that it benefits you because you in the group. Because the bottom line, when it's all said and done, there's somebody behind the group manipulating the group. And what ends up happening is, it ain't the group who benefits from the mob action, it's the individual who's manipulating the group. So it ends up coming back to an individual anyway. Because who's benefiting from what we're doing in Iraq? Anybody in here benefiting from what's going on overseas?
No. I feel safe.
I ain't going there.
That's the change.
But this is the whole smoke screen that we're doing this for God and country and for the benefit of man. But what man? Or men? Because we don't have any of the ships that's stealing Saddam's and them oil. We don't control any of the gas stations where the oil end up. The only benefit that we get is the fact that we can still go to the gas station and pay the outrageous prices to mobilize our vehicles. And that ain't much of a benefit. So a Republican form of government is a form of government that protects the rights of the individual, irrespective of the group. And that's the most important thing, is the individual rights. Your rights to your freedom, your liberties, and your rights to property. And I don't know if y'all know it, but every day these folks in D.C. are passing new laws, new bills to take away your individual rights and to take away your property rights. As a matter of fact, I don't even know why I just said that, because they took them away a long time ago. The property rights disappeared in 1933. That's when they declared war on the people. A coup was set, and the United States government turned the entire country into slaves and took away their rights to their freedoms and their property. If you own property, you wouldn't have to pay property taxes. Think about it, property taxes. You're paying somebody a tax for the property. Who are you paying it to?
Your landlord.
Who?
Your landlord.
Who's the landlord?
Government.
Then that's who property it is, right?
That's why
You pay a tax to operate that automobile, right? Who you pay it to?
landlord again.
And it ain't your property. You being allowed to use it. And you're paying a usury fee to use what really is supposed to be yours to use rightfully, because you done already bought it. You shouldn't have to pay for it a second, third, fourth, and fifth time. When you paid for it, got your bill of sale, it was over with. That's the way it used to be when we had rights.
And the deed say tenants on it. When somebody does a deed, a warranty deed, quick claim deed, they all say tenants.
Have y'all ever noticed that when you go to court fighting for your property, you end up in a landlord-tenant, as a landlord-tenant case? What the hell I'm doing? I'm buying a house, and y'all done sent me a thing to come down to the landlord-tenant court. Because you're the tenant. Somebody else is the landlord. You paying a note, but somebody else is the landlord.
So they don't disguise it as a mortgagor and mortgagee.
No, this is landlord-tenant now, baby. Straight off the bat. Go down to the circuit court where the real estate cases are taking place.
Isn't that also in the fine print of your mortgage document too?
Huh?
Isn't it also in the fine print of your mortgage document somehow that you're a tenant?
Power of sale.
Well, power of sale is in the small print.
Right.
And that's the first thing when you sign that deed and that contract, you should go back and rescind that power of sale. Strike it out your contract. Yeah, you can do it. You didn't have to agree to it because you're giving them the power of sale waives your rights to your property, which means they can go and have your property taken from you without even bringing you into the court, without giving you due process.
Is that up under the 72-hour law?
Yeah. Yeah. You can rescind it within, and you can rescind that portion of the contract. It's up to them whether or not they respond back. All right, next question.
Say it again, that part.
Power of sale. What are the three branches of government?
Legislative, administrative.
Legislative, executive, judicial. Anybody want to break down those three? What those three represent? One writes the law.
legislative
Legislative.
right.
Legislative
executive
right.
right.
One writes the law.
Judicial
One
Enforces the law.
enforces the law, and one interprets the law. Legislative writes the law, judicial defines the law, executive enforces the law. That's your three forms of government. The Constitution says that Congress shall consist of a branch of what? Government shall consist of two branches of government. What?
Oh, I said branch. Okay.
Senate and the House of Representatives. That's it. The Senate and the House of Representatives. Number 4, what article of the Constitution gives Congress the authority to make laws, and describe the article, or articles, because it's actually 2. Article 1, Section 8. What's the other one?
Article 4, Section 3.
Article 4, Section 3.
Clause
Clause
2.
7. Huh?
Clause 2.
Clause 2. And Article 1, Section 8, Clause 17.
The second article.
Article 1, Section 8, Clause 17. And Article 4, Section 3, Clause 2.